This is segment 2 from the presentation, Fatima Fraud, Our Case for an Imposter Sister Lucy. Read the full presentation at sisterlucytruth.org/ourcase. A clear historical link between Fatima and the commencement of Vatican II. On October 13, 1962, the 45th anniversary of the Miracle of the Sun, and 2 days after the ceremonial opening of the Second Vatican Council, the first working session began to approve the 168 pre-selected candidates for the 10 conciliar commissions that would draft the Council documents. Initially, the proposed members were those who had participated in the preparatory committees that had drawn up the 72-document schemata for the Council discussions. These schemata had been screened and approved for doctrinal orthodoxy. But Cardinals Achille Liénart of Lille, France, and Josef Frings of Cologne, Germany, protested and motioned to delay the voting. This decision allowed a wider diversity of theological opinions to be included among the document drafters. In the end, over half of the elected commissions were chaired by formerly suspect theologians, who had been censured under Pius XII for their questionable theological positions. Because of this pivotal intervention by the liberal theologians of the so-called Rhine Alliance, all of the 72 original schemata were abandoned and replaced with what would eventually become the finalized and approved documents of Vatican II. Cardinal Ottaviani changes the message of Fatima. The message of the Vatican continually changed over the next few decades about what the true message of Fatima was. Originally, the heart of Fatima was the 3 secrets and their repercussions for the life of the Church and the world, even if these secrets were not revealed until later. Then Fatima became a vague call for conversion, penance, and prayers. But the call for conversion and prayers are a result of the seriousness of what is revealed in the secret. This propaganda also ignores the repeated warnings and complaints of Our Lady to Sister Lucy regarding the consecration of Russia. On February 11, 1967, 7 years after the 1960 scandal, and just 3 months before the fake Sister Lucy's public appearance, Cardinal Ottaviani, speaking for Paul VI, repeated that the 3rd secret would not be revealed. He said the faithful should content themselves with the public message of prayer and penance. Notably, he remarks, "We must dispel the fears aroused by the secret." Fatima is not an alarming message. It is a message of hope. Ottaviani claims that the secret was meant only for the Pope. He says how John XXIII and Paul VI showed great wisdom in judging that it was not opportune to release the secret, even though Our Lady, the Queen of Prophets, instructed Sister Lucy directly, contrary to this supposed wisdom. He even claims that the prophecies of Fatima were being fulfilled before their very eyes, and that Fatima was an optimistic and hopeful message about ecumenism. This, one of the greatest frauds in the history of the Church, was discovered through the use of the most sophisticated facial recognition programs available, along with the accumulated testimony of plastic surgeons, orthodontists, forensic artists, private investigators, handwriting analysts, and facial recognition experts. Due to the availability of hundreds of photos of Sister Lucy on the internet and in authoritative biographies, this case of substitution, fraud, and stolen identity has been able to be uncovered and analyzed. Without the judgment of the best and most relevant professionals available, we would not be making this grave accusation and presenting this charge. We will continue to accumulate and post on this site new studies and research concerning this investigation as they are produced and published. All of the names of the relevant experts shall be published along with their professional findings. The truth of the disappearance of the true Sister Lucy and the identity of the imposter who took her place shall be placed before an internationally based private investigator who will investigate and solve the case. The fraud has been identified and named. We charge the highest officials in the Vatican with conspiracy to perpetuate and conceal the substitution of Sister Lucy dos Santos of Fatima with an as yet unknown imposter. See our investigation at sisterlucytruth.org.